Hello and welcome to your first aid session. So today we're going to be talking through and demonstrating the different types of dressings for minor bleeds and serious bleeds. There are 4 different types of bleeds. The first one is arterial, and this pumps under pressure from the body and is bright red because it's oxygenated blood. A venous bleed is from a vein and it's dark red because it's deoxygenated and it's a steady flow. A capillary bleed, and these are the very tiny little vessels, oozes and they're usually easily stopped. Then you have your internal bleed, which is a lot more difficult to actually diagnose as a first aider and obviously to treat. So what we're going to look at first is the dressing for a minor bleed, which usually looks something like this in different sizes, and there are sterile dressings that you will find in your first aid kits. These are great for minor bleeds, but you can't apply enough pressure for a serious bleed using one of these. So as I said, these are for minor bleeds only. The dressing that's recommended for more serious bleeds is something called the trauma fix or the pressure dressing. And these allow you to apply pressure directly and indirectly, and there are 2 types. So one of them, if you go to the actual pad in the middle, has a pressure pillow, which is a firm piece of material here which delivers direct pressure to the wound and indirect pressure from the actual dressing. Whereas the other one, the other type, and this is for lower risk places of work, doesn't have a pressure pillow in the middle. You can still apply a lot of indirect pressure, but not direct. So they're the 2 different types. Your need for the different types of dressings will depend on your risk within your place of work. So first of all, we're going to start with the minor injury dressing. So here we have an arm. You first of all unwind the short end of the bandage. It's quite a flimsy, thin bandage, which then leads you to the pad in the middle, which is the dressing area. You can unfold it so it makes the biggest surface area as possible. You then have your longer end. Leave that rolled up, which makes it easier when you're placing the dressing in position. You don't end up juggling with both ends. You then place the pad onto the wound and get your patient to apply pressure. Then wrap the short end around the wrist and over the thumb and get the patient to secure that in position so you're not juggling. You then need to wrap the bandage firmly from one end to the other of the dressing. Okay, and once you've done it once, you can start to go back on yourself. These are quite short, to be honest, so you probably won't need to go around many times. You can then wrap it round and then tie it off. So now you've got a firm dressing in position, and as I said before, this is not suitable for a serious bleed. You can't apply enough pressure. However, if this is all you've got, it's a million times better than nothing at all. So we're now going to move on to the trauma fix, which is your pressure dressing. So this is for severe bleeds. Here we have an arm. So what we're going to do now is unwind the short end, but the bandage is very different. This is very wide, very sturdy and very elasticated, which leads you to the large, very thick pad in the middle, which has a pressure pillow. The pressure pillow allows you to have direct pressure as well as indirect pressure from the bandage. So first of all, you place the pressure pillow directly over the wound and get your patient to secure it in position because it will move. You wrap the short end underneath to get it out of the way. You then need to put a little bit of pressure through the dressing, so you pull it and then wrap. Pull it and wrap. Pull it, wrap. Pull it, wrap. And these are a lot longer than the minor injury dressings. So you keep going. And the really good thing about these dressings is they have Velcro, so you don't need to mess around tying neat bows or knots. Secure that in position. What you do need to be careful of with these type of pressure dressings is that you're not cutting off circulation to the lower limb, whether it be on the leg or the arm. So what you need to do is check capillary bed refill, so circulation on the hand or the foot. And these dressings are only suitable for limbs. In order to check circulation, you need to apply pressure either to the back of the hand or to the nail. But if there's acrylics or nail varnish or gels, you won't be able to do that. So apply pressure by pressing down firmly for about 4 seconds and then release. The colour will initially go quite white, but what you want to see is the colour coming back within about 2 to 3 seconds, which it has. If it remains white, you need to loosen the dressing off to improve circulation. Thank you for joining us.